In the year 284 AD, the Roman Empire was full of fear, war, and ambition. Soldiers marched from province to province. Emperors rose and fell in months. Then came Diocletian, a general from the east, tall, sharp-eyed, and calm. He became emperor not by birth, but by force. His soldiers raised him up after the death of Emperor Numerian. Diocletian promised to restore order, and for many years he did exactly that. He reorganized the government, made laws, strengthened the army, and even created a system where 2 senior emperors and 2 juniors ruled together, the Tetrarchy. Many called it a genius move. But power, even when shared, always creates enemies. And not everyone in Rome believed that Diocletian was the rightful emperor. One of those men was Aurelius Valerius, a senator from a noble Roman family. Valerius had once advised the Emperor Carus, and he believed that Diocletian's rise had come through lies and murder. Rumors said that Diocletian had secretly killed Numerian during a military campaign in the east, then blamed the death on a guard commander. Diocletian claimed the man acted alone, but Valerius believed otherwise. At first, Valerius remained silent. He watched. He listened. He met others who shared his suspicions, other senators, former generals, rich landowners. In dark gardens and quiet villas, they talked in whispers. Diocletian's reforms, they said, were clever but dangerous. He gave too much power to the military. He raised taxes. He pushed Roman religion too far. The old gods, yes, but with new cruelty. By 297 AD, the whispers turned into plans. Valerius met secretly with a former officer named Cassianus, who had once served under Diocletian but had been dismissed for disobedience. Cassianus had a sharp tongue and a deeper grudge. He knew the habits of the palace guards, the schedules of the imperial court, and even which cooks served Diocletian's meals. They didn't want a civil war. No battles, no burning cities, just one moment, one clean strike. Valerius imagined it clearly, the emperor standing alone in the temple of Jupiter, perhaps during a festival. One blade, one death. Rome would wake up free again. But power had made Diocletian cautious. He rarely walked alone. His guards were loyal and brutal. Worse, he trusted few people, and even fewer Romans. He often stayed in Nicomedia, far from Rome, where he felt safer. The plotters grew nervous. Cassianus sent a young Greek slave to the palace as a spy, disguised as a wine server. The boy, clever and silent, reported details. The emperor often prayed late at night. He met with astrologers. He feared shadows. One day, the boy disappeared. Cassianus panicked. Had he been caught, tortured, or worse, turned? Valerius ordered all plans to stop, but it was too late. 2 nights later, soldiers stormed his house. Scrolls were burned, his servants taken. Valerius escaped through a hidden door in the cellar and disappeared into the countryside. No one saw him for weeks. Meanwhile, Cassianus was arrested and dragged through the streets of Nicomedia. He did not scream, not even once, but his silence didn't help him. A public trial was held. The emperor himself did not appear, but the message was clear. Treason would not be tolerated. Cassianus was executed by strangulation, a quiet death for a loud betrayal. Valerius, however, had not given up. He traveled in disguise, hiding in monasteries, seeking out allies. He even reached out to Galerius, the junior emperor in the east. Galerius hated the Christians, just like Diocletian. But Galerius also wanted more power. Valerius made offers, promises, suggestions. Nothing direct, but enough to test his interest. For a while, it seemed Galerius might support him. He invited Valerius to his camp. They met under heavy guard. Wine was served, music played. They spoke in metaphors and riddles. Then Galerius smiled and said, "The lion may be old, but his teeth are sharp." Valerius understood. He left quickly. In the winter of 303 AD, the streets of Nicomedia filled with fire. The emperor ordered churches destroyed, Christian scriptures burned. Diocletian wanted unity, and he believed the Christians were a threat to it. This new wave of violence gave Valerius an opportunity. He contacted a group of Christian officers, men who had hidden their faith for years. If they helped remove Diocletian, he promised religious freedom. Some listened, some refused. A new plan formed. A Roman officer, secretly Christian, would poison the oil used in the emperor's evening bath. But the poisoner lost courage. He confessed everything to his priest, and the priest, fearing punishment, betrayed him. The officer was executed quietly, without a name. The others vanished. By 304, Valerius had aged. His hair was white. His eyes always watched the shadows. He lived in secret rooms and changed homes often. But one day, in a small villa outside Antioch, he received a letter. It was unsigned, written in a simple hand. The words chilled him. "We know your face. We know your voice. The emperor sends his regards." That night, horses were heard on the road. Dogs barked. Then silence.